The King R here, back once again with the game of the week, man prediction. First and foremost, I apologize for my voice and being a little under the weather, but I'm here to deliver, so here we go. Madden is on a roll, 4-game winning streak after starting 1-5. Madden is now 5-5 as we eclipse the halfway point. And my big old surprise, Dallas overcame Kansas City, just like man predicted. And this week, we have two teams that one seems to have found their identity, while the other one is still trying to find their identity since 1999. Apparently, they really like that Prince song, still party like it's 1999. But anyways, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Buffalo Bills. I mean, Saints are in first place in the South with a a record of 6-2, while the Bills are 5-3 in the East and just trailing the Patriots by 1 game.
Look out. This guy's got a big day. You know where he got that nickname?
Oh, I need a drink of water, but
Mama gave him that.
This is going to be fun. I mean, the Saints, after going 0-2, have rattled off 6 straight wins. And it's their defense, it's their offense, it's everything is clicking. Everything is clicking for the Saints. Bills, on the other hand, it's still up for debate. I mean, they started the season they started the season with a win against the Jets, lost to the Panthers, they beat the Broncos, they beat the Falcons, they lost to the Bengals, they beat the Buccaneers, they beat the Raiders, but then they lost to the Jets again. So
hey, a lot of points have been scored
I mean, it's neither here nor there. I mean, what they have going for them here is they're the home team. Let's see. No, they're 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss are all on the road. So they've won all their games at home. And like the Bills seem like they knew who they were. They had a running game, sort of, I think. Defense, everything. But they're losing to teams that they shouldn't have, in my mind. They should have beat the Jets, but they were on the road on Thursday night. And we all know how much people love those Thursday night games. I don't. I think they're stupid. Just keep Thanksgiving. That's it. Get rid of everything else. I mean, I do like the season opener, though. And Thanksgiving, that's about it. Rest of the Thursday night games, not every single team plays on Thursday night. The Browns don't. Jacksonville doesn't, as far as I know. Well, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and there was another team. They play twice on Thursday night. So, anyways, but they had plenty of time to recover, 10 days, give or take, to take on these New Orleans Saints, who are, like I said, 6-2, leading the South. And, they started the season 0-2, lost to the Vikings and lost to the Patriots. Then they take on division rival Panthers, blew them out. Take on the Dolphins, shut them out. Took on the Lions, blanked them. Not blanked them, but blew them out. Went up to Lambeau Field, took care of business, but yet Packers didn't have Aaron Rodgers. But Packers were winning that game and they should win. I digress. Then they beat the Bears and they beat the Buccaneers. Now they take on Buffalo. I forgot to mention that we joined this game late in the third quarter. As you see, the Bills just scored it yet again, another touchdown. They go up 37-3 with $1:42 left in the third. And, oh my goodness, a block. The Saints could go all the way and improve to 5 points. I swear, every time there's been a block, extra point field goal, it's been returned for a touchdown. But I think it's going to be a good one. We'll see how it'll be put to the test. I'm not saying, hey, here, Super Bowl 52 preview right here. But who knows? The Bills could get a playoff wild card. Saints win the South. It's all possible. But let's move on to some news that took place this past week. And of course, right after I make my last week video, we had yet again a big name star, well, up and rising, to tear his ACL. Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, who's the Texans have been putting up 35 points a game since he took over average week 3 onward, I should say. And here we go. Houston's making a case for the South. They lose him. Non-contact drill in practice. Blows out his ACL. And reports were saying that there was a hit in the Seahawks game that he took that may have helped increase the odds of it. But that's still besides the point. It's sad to see a young guy who goes out there able to wing it and fling it, and now Texans are nobody again. They're just like the Packers without Aaron Rodgers. Watching the Packers after Rodgers' injury, nothing against Brett Hundley. It's just exposing everything. Hundley is still uncomfortable back there, you can tell. He only takes a few chances, and he always throws short. Well, the defense just can't get off the field, can't turn the ball over, and so it's a real headache. Well, you gotta excuse me from time to time. Trying to fight whatever I have, but it's that time of the year. We all get sick, okay? And this ain't going to prevent me from making this video. But it's sad to see a young guy. Now, he might be able to recover in time for the beginning of next year. Texans will be ready. But, how much confidence do you have in that knee? Tweak here, tweak there, goes out again. On the ground, Kamara. Don't know. Just like with Rodgers, it's his throwing shoulder. He's not worried about getting back before the end of the season. He just wants to get healthy. And I think that's numero uno when you have any type of injury. But the other case becomes, okay, what if they could make the playoffs? What if? So the run moves the chains. You want to try and rush him, get him back? Of course you do, but safety first. I'm all for player safety. If you got injury, rest. Take the time, heal, make sure it's 100%. What's his name? Myles Garrett, #1 draft pick for the Browns. He self-diagnosed himself with a concussion last week. And the question becomes, okay, that's good. Because we know every other NFL player would be like, no, I don't have a concussion, I'm fine. I know today's Tuesday. Wait, it's Wednesday? Whatever. But, or does he not want to play for the Browns anymore? How sucky they are. I mean, they'll get their first win against the Packers later this year, but that's a whole different tale, and maybe that'll be my game of the week that week.
Because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the
But my big thing is, would I hide an injury? Maybe, but, think about your life. Your career, this and that. How life-threatening? Oh, jam finger, stub toe, turf toe, the pain, fight through it. There's been players that played with cracked ribs. What else? I forget. Clubs on their hand. But it's still safety first. But speaking of safety, that's not what we saw this past Sunday. There was in 3 different games we had 3 different fights, 5 ejections, 1 that should have, but end up in a suspension anyways. I mean, I know there was a fight in the 49ers Cardinals game. Don't know how that turned out. I know there were some people ejected, but the other big ones that were mainly talked about were the where was it? Jalen Ramsey and AJ Green, and the Mike Evans, who did not get suspended or ejected. He did get suspended, and Jameis Winston and Lattimore from the Saints. Oh, excuse me.
Instead, the punter out to kick it off.
Oh, sorry again. Like I said, you got to give me a pass here, but I'm doing this for you guys. Anyways, a little bit of James Ramsey and AJ Green. I mean, Ramsey said something to AJ Green. He turns around. Green puts a chokehold on him, whips him to the ground, and starts punching. Yeah, smart move. Punch somebody with a helmet on. Where's that going to get you? Nowhere. Okay? And chokehold, really, at least it didn't last long. I mean, you could really injure and hurt some guy. But yet, AJ Green, he's apologized for his actions. But yet, Jalen Ramsey hasn't. But he's emphasized that he's called AJ Green soft, not so good, this and that. And he hasn't apologized for his actions. But does he? I mean, obviously he vocally caused AJ Green to do this. And, AJ Green could have been the bigger guy, just, whatever, shut up, move on. But no, it got to him, it snapped, everybody snaps. There's always that tipping point, and apparently it tipped AJ Green. And he went after him. And then you had Mike Evans, Jameis Winston, and Lattimore from the Saints. First, Winston got knocked out. He's on the sideline, and he's I don't know, jabbing away with Lattimore. And Lattimore turns around, and Jameis Winston comes up, pokes him with 2 fingers in the back of the neck. Lattimore turns around, I think he shoved him, and out comes out of nowhere, Mike Evans back cracks Lattimore, which is very dangerous. Luckily, he didn't get hurt or suffering, and then a brawl ensued. But what happens? Mike Evans doesn't get ejected. Should have, but instead he got suspended. Maybe should have been both. He's the only player that I know that was suspended of everything that happened on Sunday. Everyone else just got ejected. I'm sure there's fines, but I didn't see anything about that. But of course,
it's another boomer. Here's Ginn.
I'll get to this in a second. Ezekiel Elliott and Jerry Jones.
Give him 15.
Just a little heads up on my Packers.
Now the Saints, they tried their offense out here,
big, well, one, they lose their left tackle, Brian Bulaga, for the year for blew out his knee. And in all honesty, I think it's time to move on. Sure, he maybe played all 16 games last year, but it just seems like for most of his career he's been hurt or banged up. So let's move on. I mean, he's a 7-year pro, 8-year pro, but how much is enough, you know? Don't know. It's all up to him, I guess. But the other big news from Green Bay is that, one, Martellus Bennett did not play this past week. 2, during the bye week for them, he tweeted out saying, these are probably my last 8 games or 8 weeks of the season. And 3, he has a shoulder injury or something like that. So, what does Green Bay do? They said, enough is enough. You're gone. We waive you. You're cut. We don't want to deal with you anymore. I mean, yeah, you had a sparky attitude coming in. Cheerful, happy, you just came off a Super Bowl victory for the Patriots. But, the one reason you got shipped out of Chicago is your attitude. And apparently Green Bay, the Packers, and you weren't on the same page. So Packers say bye-bye.
And he's taken down at the 43.
And I mean, when the deal happened this past summer, I don't know if I was really that excited for him. I mean, I really wish Green Bay kept Jared Cook. He proved, Cook got hurt last year. He only signed a 1-year deal. And, but when he did play, he was phenomenal.
Fresh set of downs here.
He made that big catch in the playoffs, toe tapper, and, got us to the championship game. And as far as I'm aware, his agent basically said, we want a bigger deal. And Green Bay said, nope. So what they do, Green Bay signed Bennett to a 3-year contract, and it only lasts half a season. Like, wow. Really?
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right.
Like, he couldn't catch. He wasn't willing to catch, it seemed like, at all. Ball throws this way, drop it. Drop. You block, but
Breeze will try again on second down.
He would defend his quarterback, but besides that, he did nothing for Green Bay. So I'm happy. He's gone. Good riddance. Let's just move on. Speaking of moving on, it's another tale of the Ezekiel Elliott case, where, well, he got to play on Sunday, and it's ridiculous where this is going. Who knows?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Who cares anymore? All I want is him to serve his 6-game suspension. I don't care if it leaks into playoffs. I don't care if it's not until next year. I want his suspension. He's not bigger than the league. And then you got Jerry Jones. New development saying he wants to sue the NFL if Roger Goodell gets his contract extension as commissioner. It's like, what? You're just suing yourself to some degree. The owners pick the commissioner, and they get, commissioner represent you guys to meet with the union, the players' union. And you want, like, since things aren't going your way, doesn't mean, hey, let's sue. It's me. I need my way. Stop going after my players. Well, that brings me back a point to Ezekiel Elliott case. This past offseason, one of their wide receivers, Lucky Whitehead, was arrested for theft, I believe it was. And so the team didn't take much time. They cut him because you know why? He's nobody. But it turned out it was all a mistaken identity. It wasn't him. It was someone else.
Seventh play of the drive
And now what?
coming on 3rd and
Lucky
8.
Whitehead is out of a job. Now, who knows if he was still been a Cowboy after preseason, this and that, but
Now Breeze.
they're like, no, you stole your cut. Ezekiel Elliott beats up a woman, maybe,
That was a nicely run
and it's like, no, he didn't do anything wrong. He deserves to play. Don't suspend him. It's like double standards. Big name versus no name.
What he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
It's just a big slap in the face. That's all it is. If you're a somebody, you're just, slap on the wrist. If you're a nobody, hard times, baby. Hard times. I mean, I heard something from the Dan Patrick Show. One of their guys was saying how if Ezekiel Elliott, this was a normal job. He's fighting for workers' rights. Wrongfully suspended, this and that. You'd be cheering for him. But since he's an athlete, you don't care. I'm paraphrasing, but that's more or less how they put it. Another guy, caller, whatever, said, if we were in Zeke's shoes with our current job, whatever we had, we'd be fired. We'd be in jail waiting for bail and waiting for our sentence. Zeke, he gets to play. He gets to play his job.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there.
The other thing is, it's the sooner you serve it, the sooner it's over with.
In this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
This isn't, I'm going to take my ball and go home and make my own rules. You're part of this union. The union's going to protect you, do what they can to help you.
They're
But
looking at a 3rd and goal here.
there's only so far. There's only so much they can do to help. So,
And that'll be accepted, of course. And
just
that
a
moves
big
it
old headache in the NFL yet again. But we move on. Week 10. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I say? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Ravens, Chiefs, Raiders, and Eagles are all on byes.
This is 3rd and
So that
goal.
means can't use Carson Wentz in my fan duel.
Now Breeze.
We have one game Thursday night. That's Seahawks and Cardinals. I kind of see a little lopsided one side of the fair, but you never know. Divisional game in those stellar color rush uniforms. But anyways, we move on. That leaves us with 12 games for Sunday and 1 for Monday night, which are the oldest rivalry renewed once again, Green Bay versus Chicago. And hey, Green Bay just took the series lead for the first time since 32. Well, they'll probably say bye-bye. Maybe. Who knows? Pardon me. Then we got this game of the week. Sorry for some of the glitches and so forth, but there's a big key play, and I had to try to keep it in. But anyways, Saints, Bills. We got Cleveland versus Detroit. This could be one of those games that Detroit could just choke, and Cleveland gets their first win. Same thing with Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. It's all possible. Pittsburgh's just a different team on the road. The LA Chargers versus Jacksonville. If Jacksonville wants to prove that they're for real, take care of business. The New York Jets versus Tampa Bay without Jameis Winston because of his injury. Forgot to mention that the Buccaneers are going to put him on the shelf for a few weeks. Jets could be back in it. 2-game win streak possibly. And the Buccaneers have been a huge disappointment. Every time they take a step forward, they take 2 or 3 steps back. The following season, we got Cincinnati at Tennessee.
Schmidt now.
It's a two-team race now in the South. Tennessee and Jacksonville. Tennessee wants to make the playoffs. Take care of Cincinnati. Cincinnati's banged up. They're weak. They're not the same team that we have seen the last 6-7 years.
The 12-yard line.
Potential playoff matchup: Minnesota versus Washington.
And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had
If
last
Minnesota
season.
wants to take control of the North,
Scoring drive, but they're still down here,
keep on
Charles.
winning.
Not the major concern
Doesn't matter who you have
because
at
of what you're
quarterback.
talking
Keep on
about.
winning.
They scored the last time out. They feel
Washington,
good about themselves. They feel like their
if
game
you want to
plan
get
is
back in
now
that playoff race,
They know how to attack.
take care of
What plays they
Minnesota.
wanted to put together, but they've got to keep
This
moving in the right
would have
direction
been
because as you
this
just
would have been
mentioned,
my game of the
they
week
are down on the scoreboard.
if Deshaun Watson did not get hurt. Because battle of defense versus offense. But since the Texans don't have a quarterback anymore, the Texans take on the LA Rams in Los Angeles, and it's probably going to be a one-sided affair a la Rams.
His third sack of the afternoon.
Potential
The amount of sacks that they've observed
playoff
in this
matchup,
game
but
is absolutely
depending on how
extraordinary. Let's just
Atlanta
face it.
plays the rest of the season,
Offensive
we got
line,
Dallas
flat out
at
undeniable
Atlanta,
pass rush. It's been
and,
demonstrated time and
you know,
time again.
how Atlanta's faring, I think they lose and Dallas wins. Atlanta's not going to make the playoffs. They're going to fall short. I mean, they're a third in that division. We got the Giants at San Fran. Old rivals. Same old, same old. Giants suck. Niners suck. We're just going for draft picks here now. Who wants to pick first? Sunday night game, we got the New England Patriots going to the Denver Broncos. And Denver has no offense, has a great defense, but that defense didn't show up in Philadelphia last week. New England, they can keep their threshold and put that pedal to the metal and take care of business.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
But Tom Brady's 3-7 in Denver.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on the
So,
center.
You mean it actually
it all
crossed your
depends.
mind, but
And
Tim
finally,
Ryan
Monday
maintained
Night
that they
Football.
maybe write this game off?
We have
Not
the
just
Miami
now,
Dolphins
we've seen
taking
it too
on
many
the
times.
Carolina Panthers.
So the offense
This is a
lining
tough
up
one.
1st and 10.
Just don't know, in all honesty.
Here's Breeze to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle.
It's,
And able to
you know,
get this one
Miami
across the
has a
45
chance.
before he's brought down.
Carolina's going in the right direction.
74 yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. All the yards, completions, just another
And
play that's a feather in the cap of the great
it's just
career
hard
of
to tell.
Drew Brees.
And
Who's
both of
gonna
these
win that
holes
one?
be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his
Well, let's
tennis
see.
champion beat Andy Roddick.
What would be my
future US
lock?
Open champion back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback.
I
he
would
is
have
now.
to say it's either Pittsburgh over Indianapolis or Detroit over Cleveland would be my lock.
On first down, Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. And now it's 2nd down.
Actually, no, I'll go with the Rams over Houston as my lock.
Absolute
And my upset?
More air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Jeez.
Complete on first. Let's see what Todd has in store.
Upset. Let's go Cleveland over Detroit.
To throw again.
After saying that would be one of my locks. No, I changed my mind on that.
And the hit
Detroit
started loose,
get
started
upset by
loose.
Cleveland. That'd be funny.
Complete.
Because Detroit just knows how to lose.
And in the end, unable to keep hands on the football. And
I mean,
Brady was by.
they've only won
Looked pretty
twice.
good until that fell.
This is their second win at Lambeau in 3 years. And second in 25 years, or 27 years, or 26 years since 91.
Now, Breeze
So what?
again.
LA
He's going to let this one go deep. Let's go
over.
inside the 20.
Oh, I just did the Rams last week too. Over Houston. Well,
Territory.
and
Very nice pickup of
Cleveland
33 yards.
over Detroit. You know what I think? Pretty sure. Yep, I was 2 for 1 again. But in this game, this is a.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this.
I
one off.
kind of want to go with the home team here. but the Saints aren't the same. Well, there's your final.
So it's Saints football as we
I think.
get you reset.
Was that your
They've
final?
got
No.
First and 10 as they search for a late score.
2-minute warning, I think that was. But still, I can already tell you, Bills win this game. I think they get one more. It ain't over till it's over. I think I think we're 1 or 2 plays away for maybe the play of the game. Breeze, plenty of time, wings it, catch at the 4. Yep, here we go. Hurry up. You gotta save those timeouts. They're only down by 18. So 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, or 2-point conversions. But wait, he's sacked, fumble, recovered. He's at the 20. This is pathetic. Okay, just watch. He dived for him. Here's another dive, missed tackle. Another dive, missed tackle. You can't tell me that wide receiver would have dived and missed. He would have caught up to him and tackled him, especially if that was Ted Ginn.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys,
Well, anyways, that will about do it for me. I still got a minute or so left on this recording, but unbelievable. Picks it up, runs it back 96 yards, and you're going to tell me that you're going to have 3-4 people dive, miss tackle. I can understand the offensive lineman, but a wide receiver or running back, no. There's no way that guy would outrun them, especially, like I said, Ted Ginn.
Now Hausch can attack on the extra point.
Oh, no, I already wrote that down. Anyways.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
But tough test. I don't think it's going to be one. I don't think it's going to be lopsided, at least in the Bills' favor. I see a closer game, but for those NFC teams going up to Buffalo, it always seems like a tougher task than it really is. But there you go. There's your final. Bills win 44-19. But I mean, hey, Kelvin Benjamin, he's played against the Saints before. But like I said, we'll see if Madden gets its winning record. But I think it's going to be a closer game. More low scoring. A lot of rushing yards. I say 24-27 is your final. And I'll go with Buffalo. I say Buffalo gets the win. They win in overtime with a field goal. But that will do it for me. Hopefully next time I'm feeling a little better and less glitches. But all I gotta say is thanks for sticking around, and I'll see ya next round. And hopefully, hey man, best of luck. You're just one win away to have a winning record. So until next time, see ya and enjoy some football.